have a challenge for you. Which musician I drew inspiration from?
I know about music. Congrats, bravo. Okay.
Merci.
I also have a challenge for you.
Hey Wojtek.
Hello.
Hi.
Two Lazy Men, episode 3. So, were you creative last 2 weeks?
Yeah, well, I tried. So do we talk about the challenge?
No, not yet. Like first, I want you to tell us what did you do creative the last 2 weeks. Yes.
Well, the song.
The song. Okay.
Yeah,
okay. So this one and something else.
The song was hard enough.
But I saw you doing something creative today.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I taught your girlfriend a song.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also I made a bunch of concerts, and I'm really glad about that. Yeah, it's gotten me back in the mood to make some music for people, and actually I've done stuff. Yeah, you're right.
That's the thing. Yeah, I like not just I did a song. I know that you were doing plenty of things.
Being unemployed pays off.
Yeah. Okay, we have plenty of time. Me, I also was working on this short story, and I wrote some additional stuff.
Okay.
I had some ideas. But yeah, like mostly, and I took a bunch of pictures because I was traveling a lot.
Okay.
So I was working on that as well.
Which countries?
Germany, Belgium, Brussels, and and that's it. And then next week I'm in Netherlands.
Okay.
So Amsterdam. So more pictures. I'm developing a new Instagram profile where I want to show some of my works.
What's the name of the Instagram? I think you.
Wojtek in Motion.
Wojtek in Motion.
You like it?
Yeah, it's amazing. Amazing.
Okay, so how about the challenge? So what was the challenge we were doing?
What was the challenge? The theme was apocalypse, but it's too late.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to write a song about this,
Mm-hmm.
and you had to write a short story.
Yes.
Do I talk about my process?
Yes. Do you want first to listen to it, or you want to prepare us for something that is coming?
Let's listen to it. I have a challenge for you. Surprise challenge.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So I had a bit of fun with it. You have to figure out which musician I drew inspiration from for the song.
Is it someone famous?
Okay, you listen to the song.
Do you think I know this particular musician? Okay. David Lynch. No, he's not a musician.
No, he's a musician.
We talk about him in every episode.
He's actually a musician, but apparently his music is terrible.
Okay.
David Lynch.
The thing is that we talk about him in every episode. I think we should make one dedicated episode.
2 Lynchmen.
Yeah. Okay, so let's do it. The title is Lucid Dream, and let's do it.
The mountains seem unmovable, the years they seem unbreakable. The stony eyes will tell me when to crawl. The water rises every day, the fire burns, is that the way to leave behind the mother that we share? water rises every day. The fire burns, is that the way to leave behind the mother that we...
Where's the love I used to know? Is that the way the story goes? Keep me up in a lucid dream, in the dusk of a dying beam. Feels so wrong.
The ticking clock will talk away until we know what is at play. If nature screams now, will you heed the call? The gun is cold beneath my skin, the anger I can keep within. Use this babe as a shield now if you dare. Use this babe as a shield now if you...
Where's the love I used to know? Is that the way the story goes? Keep me up in a lucid dream, in the dusk of a dying beam. Feels so wrong.
And that is the song.
Oh,
You like it?
Yes. Oh, wait. I love it. I love it. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay.
So who's the artist?
Okay. It's obviously it's Bob Dylan. I know about music.
Incredible. It's just...
No, it's. I like the fact that. Okay, it's very Bob Dylan, but then at some point it's like I can recognize your style. There is something like this small thing that I can hear that it's your style. But yeah, it's very literal.
Literal.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You mean the lyrics?
Yeah, the lyrics.
It is. Yeah, I wanted to do something more metaphorical. In the beginning, I wanted to do something about like a relationship sort of dissolving because like it's over or whatever. And I went more literal. In the beginning, it wasn't supposed to sound like Bob Dylan.
Okay.
It was supposed to sound like me, but there was this effect that I had on the voice, and so I went to a studio to record it. I went to like a rehearsing studio because I can't do it at my apartment, and there was this effect, and I thought it would be nice if I did it like in a very old school, old-fashioned way, like Bob Dylan or Woody Guthrie kind of, and it was kind of funny. I had fun with it, so I thought I'm gonna keep it. If I put it on an album, maybe I wouldn't keep it like this because it's a little goofy. But yeah.
But it drags attention also.
Yeah.
Because you sing about something important in the end, and it's also like it drags attention. I think it could get viral.
You think it could get viral?
I think so. Yeah, I made some notes because I had even like an idea for a video clip.
Okay.
While I was listening to it, it's
maybe that could be the next thing.
It could be, but making a video clip
it's maybe too much. Yeah.
No, it's not too much. It's a longer process. While our challenges usually it's like for 2-3 weeks, but we can talk about this later. So what was like the by the way, did you have to pay for the studio?
Yeah, I did. Normally I used to be able to record at my place, but like now that my parents are here, I have to use the studio. Yeah, I had to pay for like 2 hours. It's not a lot.
How much does it cost?
It's like 15 euros, something like that.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
I was expecting like 50 or
no
70 or something.
No, it's not a recording studio. It's just a rehearsing studio.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wanted to do something way more elaborate than this. I wanted to do something with like synthesizers and stuff, and I just realized how much because this is about a podcast about like creativity and stuff, like the process, how much in Paris I'm just constantly drawn to other things than working on my creative stuff, because I'm looking for a job in the morning, and the afternoon normally should be free, but like there's always something coming up, some administrative thing, or I have to prepare. I've started doing concerts again, so I wanted to do something way more like cleaner than this, and I had to just do something that was very old school. This sounds a lot like the stuff I used to do when I was a teenager and in my early 20s. So it's cute. It also kind of influenced the way the song turned out, because with the acoustic guitars, Bob Dylan was already kind of Dylan-ish, and with the sort of the lyrics, and then there was the effect on the vocals. So all these things came together, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna have fun and do something like a Bob Dylan kind of spoof thing.
So you were singing normally with your normal voice, and then you put the effect, and that it became.
Yeah, that's kind of how it happened. I was singing with my normal voice, and it felt a bit underwhelming, but there were times when I was starting to have fun with it, and I was like, okay, the whole song should be like this. Now I think it's maybe a little too much. But another inspiration was there's this guy who sings about bugs. He's in a field, and he's kind of like Bob Dylan, and he has a song about bugs that kind of went viral, and that was also the inspiration, because like, okay, so the theme was apocalypse, but it's too late, and I feel like, without even realizing it, I sort of took that sort of anti-modern stance. So because a lot of the technology is sort of destroying the world, and I think without really thinking, I just went into that very conservative, very old school way of doing songs that is just anti-machine, there's no synth, there's no... And so maybe it turned out like that. I wasn't doing it consciously, but now I'm thinking, yeah, maybe that's what I was on about.
Okay. Oh, that's interesting. I did something opposite.
You did something opposite?
Yeah. Without thinking of it, actually. Now you mentioned it, I actually... Yeah, it's going to be interesting for later discussion. Explain the title. So lucid dream. A lucid dream is a dream where you can you have an effect on your environment. So you are conscious in the dream, and you can... And... this line came to me because I've been feeling lately that I don't have any control over what's going on in the world, and the fact that things are being destroyed, and that it's basically the sort of slow apocalypse. And so it's been feeling like a lucid dream, because overall my life is very comfortable, but I know that the waking up is going to be hard. So I didn't really think of it when I wrote it, but now I'm like, yeah, it's about that moving around in a space where you don't have control in your environment. And I thought the closest thing to this would be a lucid dream. So, okay.
So that was my
the lyrics. Because I remember the last time we talked about this challenge, you said that you already had an open project. Let's say that. Did you use something from that project or in the end you decided to go like completely fresh?
There was no lyrics written. Actually, that project is it's very hypothetical. I haven't started. It's just in my head. I used a chord progression. The part where I say something like, if nature screams now, will you heed the call? So the chords, these chords, I wanted to use.
Okay.
And that's it.
Okay.
Like basically.
Okay. That's cool. Okay, so you basically made it in 3 weeks.
Yeah. The writing was a few hours. I wrote in like 3-4 hours. and the recording was harder because I was trying for it to be kind of clean. So the drums are from GarageBand, and then I recorded 2 guitars and a bass. The bass, it's been a while since I've used the bass, so it was a bit rough. And then the vocals. Nothing. It's not very interesting, but it took me a lot longer than I thought. And I realized that when my day is cut between job hunting and creating, it's just switching from one to the next is just really hard. I have to be in a completely different mindset, and I think there was like one day where I was like, no, I'm not going to job hunt today. I'm just going to get this over with. So I used up the whole day.
Okay, I hope I didn't prevent you from finding a job.
Yeah, I think you prevented me from finding my dream job that day.
Fuck. No, but man, it's impressive because it's 3 weeks and you have a complete song and it's good. For my taste, of course, and for my knowledge about music, and I think we can do something with it. The idea for the video clip, so basically we're in Paris, right? It would be nice to, from one side, see the people, going around. They are very happy and doing this touristic bullshit, and they don't, of course, think about the future and just. Being happy in Paris. Then we could see you singing, and while walking, maybe we could see some traces that things are not going in a good way. Like you have a screen somewhere with a news channel that's showing some pretty bad stuff happening. Someone is holding a newspaper, and then you can see the picture that there is a war going somewhere or whatever. And you have that kind of traces while you are singing and walking. Maybe even you doing some kind of pretty not nice stuff, drinking something from a plastic cup or whatever.
Killing a dog or something.
No, that's too much. So you would have this kind of scenes, you don't have any particular story going on in the video clip, and the last frame, the last take would be you have one of the shots of a tourist taking a picture in front of the a selfie in front of the Eiffel Tower, and then this picture becomes still, and then you have the camera going out, so it's so that we are now somewhere in the future, and it's going it's showing the camera is moving backwards from the picture, and then you just see that there is a picture, and the rest of the background is basically some kind of destroyed apocalyptic world.
Yeah.
So that was that
was on a budget of €10. You could.
I think we could do it on a budget of 10 euros. I'm very resourceful in terms of I made the lightsabers for free.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So what do you think it would give the idea of the theme?
It sounds good. Sounds good. Yeah. I like the idea of being outside. The sort of apocalyptic thing. Yeah. I think it would be good.
Okay. We can think about this in the future.
Episode 7.
Okay.
Okay. So what about your story?
No, first, congrats, bravo. Okay.
Merci.
And when it comes, let's move to my work. So, as I said, I went for a short story. I can't make a short movie in 2 weeks. It's a bit too much. But so if I knew that I had 3 weeks instead of 2, I would probably improve it a bit, because the thing is that I finished writing. I gave it to my girlfriend, to give it a look, if everything, at least from the logical point of view, it's okay. I needed at least 1 or 2 opinions on that, and that's it. And then I asked our friend Reda to read it for us. So we have also.
It was supposed to be a surprise.
It was supposed to be a surprise, but yeah, I burned it in the end.
Yeah, because you couldn't help but post it on Instagram.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
So I can help myself. I think it's more Reda can help himself, and I didn't want to take this from him. So you wanted to share it. Okay, let's share it. So yeah, there was a leak on my Instagram.
There was a leak.
We could see Reda reading and recording the short story. Okay, so we're gonna listen to it. It's long. It's 20 minutes. So brace yourself. For me, it's gonna be a bit also fresh because I listen, I heard it once, and that's it. Okay. So we'll see.
We'll see.
Apocalypse, but it's too late. Part 1. Yeah, perdone. As usual, I wake up with the same words on my lips. How did it come to this? Promised myself I'd change this habit. That I'd start waking up thinking, what a fucking awesome day this is going to be. But then again, does anyone really wake up with that kind of super optimism? Even if they're doing their dream job, dragging yourself out of bed early in the morning to start your duties is just bad in any case. Once again, I waste time staring at the ceiling thinking about nonsense. The clock shows 7:57. The alarm on my phone will go off in 3 minutes. I reach for my phone to turn it off in advance and spare myself the noise, the most hated melody. I do this only for myself because, after all, no one has slept next to me here for over a year, and that's fine. I get out of bed and quickly head to the desk in the other room. I turn on the computer to let everything load, and in the meantime, I go to the kitchen to make my daily coffee with way too much milk. I know very well that this mix will sit heavy on my stomach for the next few hours, but what can I do? I'm used to it. I grab the mug and return to my office, a sad room with a damaged desk, the most expensive chair from IKEA. Comfort comes at a price, and a laptop where I'll spend 8 hours of this miserable life performing tasks that, on a larger scale, won't mean a thing. And talking to people I don't respect at all. Assholes who pretend that what we're doing for this company makes any sense. Fuck you. Fuck your green logo. Fuck your good morning team, and fuck your toxic positivity. I placed a coffee mug next to the laptop. Kurwa mać. Again. Windows Update shows 28%. I'm going to be late again. At least this time, it's not my fault. I grab my phone and send a quick message to my boss, accompanied by a screenshot. Windows Update didn't disappoint again. I'll log in with a small delay. He replies a moment later, no problem. See you at the meeting. At least he's not pressing me. But knowing life and the dynamics of toxic corporate culture, he's probably already noted everything down in his little snitch journal to use against me if I step out of the line. Part 2, 9:15. That means the first hour is done. 7 more to go. Emails checked, potential clients noted, calls for today planned. It's going to be another boring day. Unless some disaster strikes, and there's been no shortage of those lately. But damn, it burned beautifully yesterday. Did I have a hand in it? Absolutely. 9:30 is the daily pointless team meeting. A summary of yesterday's events, updates, statistics, and reprimands for the whole team. 20 minutes of my life I'll never get back. But without this, the boss wouldn't feel important. Otherwise, someone might realize he's completely unnecessary here. I click on the meeting notification, and the system immediately takes me to the app. I adjust my camera and my messy hair. Before clicking the green phone icon to join the conference, I wait until at least a few people log in before me. I always do this to avoid unnecessary small talk with people I mostly dislike. The number 6 appears on the screen next to the attendees icon, meaning I'm the only one missing. I connect. Okay, Krzysztof is here. My boss says, butchering my name. Let's get started. A tirade of daily irrelevant information follows. After the updates and statistics, my boss's face on my screen freezes for a moment. For a second, I think the connection is frozen. But then I see his eyebrows moving, giving him an angry expression. Mark is pissed. Probably because he got chewed out. We'll find out everything soon. And finally, I don't have great news, he says. I knew it. So he did get chewed out. I received word from the management that Kuklinski and Brothers, one of our biggest clients, as you know, suddenly and without any warning terminated our services. At these words, it feels like an electric shock runs through my body, but I try to keep a completely neutral face. The rest of the team, Igor, Alicia, Bernard, Adam, Stella, and Mo, seem slightly shocked, especially Igor. Something tells me that this won't be an easy day for him. We know Kuklinski contacted us several times yesterday. Their departure is a huge blow to the entire company. Because of this, today, we need to analyze all the calls and talk to everyone who had contact with them yesterday. My morning coffee churns in my stomach, but for now, I don't have much to worry about. From what I see in the system, Igor and Stella handled their case yesterday, but most of you probably helped. So, expect an invitation to talk with me and someone from management this afternoon to establish the course of events. My name isn't mentioned, so I might be safe. But the stress is still there. That's it for now. Mark ends the meeting. Oh, Krzysztof, can you stay for a moment? The rest can get back to their tasks. Fuck. Everyone disconnects. It's just me and Mark now. Goodbye, world. Mark continues as if nothing happened. I got feedback that the data team is very happy with your collaboration. A feeling of relief completely calms me down. It's just about the side project that we're working on. I also enjoyed working with them. I add, just to say something. Your contribution will introduce some very nice simplifications to our department, and the effects will be visible soon. I know yesterday's session was supposed to be the last, but the guys asked for an extra hour. Of course, I have no choice. No problem. I'll gladly help. Better than stressing about today's mess. Great! Someone will contact you this afternoon. You can get back to work. Have a good day. And fuck you too. The company communicator starts going crazy. On the group channel, everyone is discussing Kuklinski. Bernard is asking me what Mark wanted, and Igor and Stella want to talk one-on-one. First up is Igor. Hey, I hope I'm not bothering you too much. He starts timidly, but it's clear he's panicking. No, it's cool. I always have time for you. I reply with fake enthusiasm. You know, I had a few calls with them yesterday, but there weren't any major issues. He's lying, but I know he didn't do anything wrong. Kuklinski always causes problems, which is why I avoid him whenever I can. No, man, don't worry. I don't think it's your fault. It'll probably turn out they're coming back to us, and there's no problem at all. We all know how impulsive their old director is. What else can I say? I fucked up, but you'll take the blame? Thanks. I hope so. but his face shows pessimism. Did you have any contact with him yesterday? He asks, hoping I'll throw myself under the bus. No, I haven't talked to them in over a week. I lie. Honesty doesn't pay in this job. Besides, Igor is a fucking snitch. If I mentioned something might have happened within an hour, I'd have Mark, management, and HR on my back. For the next 5 minutes, he complains about the workload, impossible targets, and health issues. I console him a bit. I don't feel sorry for him at all. The guy is letting this company fuck him over by his own choice. He starts half an hour early, finishes half an hour late, hits 150% of his quota, and accepts new responsibilities without any demands. And then he solidarily complains with everyone about how bad he has it here, that he's constantly getting more work. He lies that he's not overperforming, but everyone has access to the stats and sees what he's doing. If this place were a school, Igor would be saying every day that he doesn't study at all, but then he'd get straight A's on every test. Now you'll see, motherfucker, how this company will show you some gratitude. We say goodbye, and soon another call comes in. It's Stella. Did Igor already cry? I can tell from her tone that she's already convinced who's to blame. Of course. He's panicking. Now he's looking for allies. With Stella, I can be a bit more myself, because we share many views. What did you talk about with Kuklinski yesterday? She asks. But I don't hear suspicion in her voice. Now I don't know whether to admit it, hoping she won't tell anyone, or deny it and probably come off as a liar. I didn't have any contact with them, at least not for over a week. That's probably my 5th lie today, and it's not even been 2 hours since I started working. I'd rather not risk it. Besides, as they say in my country, if they catch you stealing, say it's not your hand. Strange. I thought one call with Kuklinski was signed to you. Fuck. Someone noticed. I was sure that at such a late hour, practically at the end of the day, no one would pay attention. No, probably system error. No point in coming up with something creative. She wouldn't believe it anyway. Okay, I understand. Let's hope Mark sorts this out quickly. I hate this waiting, Stella adds. Then we gossip a bit more and return to our tasks. The next few hours pass without any surprises. Most clients contact us via email, so the AI tool writes most of the answers for me. For a while now, the company has been increasingly encouraging contact through emails, but all the clients can still call us. The food arrives surprisingly without issues. Delivery guys, for unknown reasons, usually can't find the biggest building in the area, the one I live in, of course. Today, I can eat lunch on time. I love the smell of a cold hamburger delivered on the back of a migrant from the Middle East at 1 p.m. I laugh to myself. Probably if I said this out loud, it would sound a bit racist. Luckily, no one hears it. Just before returning to work, I get a message from my mom. Damn, I was supposed to call her yesterday. I tell myself this every day. She's worried because she hasn't heard my voice in at least 3 weeks. On my smartphone screen, I read, "How are you? Call me. I'm worried." The heaviness in my stomach from eating a cold hamburger delivered on Ahmed's back mixes with the guilt induced by the 27 characters sent from Poland. I quickly write a reply in my head. Mom, don't worry. Sure, I'm wasting time in this fucking company, but at least I don't feel like living. No, I'm exaggerating. I won't send that. Maybe something better will come to mind before the end of the day. The earthquake starts after 2 p.m. Igor, in desperation, conducts his investigation to find the perpetrator. He sends me a message. Hey, I heard you might have had contact with Kuklinski yesterday, but I can't find anything in the system. For now, I ignore him, but I'll have to come up with something. If someone told him about my conversation yesterday, he'd definitely pass it on to Mark, and they'd have to look into it. But if they don't dig deep enough, they won't find anything. It's hard for them to imagine why the call log might be incomplete. But there's always a risk. Igor doesn't give up. Are you there? I really need help. I reply that I have a session with the IT guy soon, and we'll get back to him later. This time, I'm not lying because I really have a meeting with the data team. The meeting lasts over an hour and is weirder than usual. They analyze my recent client interactions, ask about tougher cases and how I resolve them. They want to know more about how I search for information and verify it. They don't really explain why they need this, but apparently they're preparing new tools that will facilitate the work of the entire department. This is probably the only moment when I feel like I'm actually doing something useful. It's 4 p.m. Igor isn't busting my balls anymore. Probably nothing will happen today. How wrong I am. Join the meeting with me in 5 minutes. I read in a message from Mark. No details are provided. Damn it. Let this fucking day end already. Cold sweat starts dripping under my arms. Is this it? On one hand, I haven't wanted to work here for a while. On the other hand, it's a shame to lose my job this way. Hi. Sorry for the suddenness, but I have 2 quick things. He starts quite neutrally. My heart is pounding at double speed, but I try not to show how fucking stressed I am. No problem. Any issues? I slip up. Why am I asking about issues as if I knew there were any? No. First, I wanted to let you know that the data team is very happy with today's session. The guys said your input was key to their project. So that's what all the fuss was about. Thanks. I also enjoyed working with them. I reply politely. Second, as you know, the management is very unhappy with today's situation with Kuklinski and Brothers. Holy fuck! I feel sweat forming my forehead. We managed to find some oversights on our part. I don't want to go into details, but I need to ask you. Did you have any contact with them yesterday? I'm 100% sure Igor in his desperation threw me under the bus. I wouldn't expect anything else from him. We all know what a bastard he is. On the other hand, I don't blame him for his desperation. After all, he has 3 kids and a mortgage to pay. No, absolutely not, I reply with a lot of confidence in my voice. You know nothing, motherfucker. If you'd found anything, this conversation would look completely different. Okay, that's what I thought. But I had to ask, he replies, more relaxed. However, there's one issue to clarify. This fucking job will mentally destroy me. What now? Mark freezes in silence, staring at his computer screen and squinting in thought. That 5-second moment feels like an hour from my perspective. Just spit it out. It slipped my mind, he says, confused. Probably wasn't important. Anyway, in 20 minutes, we'll have a special meeting with an important update for the whole team. See you later. I need at least 10 minutes to recover from what just happened. The die is cast, but luckily, I'm not the one who will take the hit. The next events unfold very quickly. Mark sends a message to the whole team about a special meeting, and soon it begins. Hello again, everyone, he starts. I'd like to quickly communicate a sudden change that everyone will need to adapt to starting tomorrow. Wait, Mark, Bernard interrupts. Aren't we waiting for Igor? Indeed, Igor hasn't logged in, but I already know why. That's partly the topic for our meeting. Unfortunately, Igor left the ranks of our company today. The thunder struck. For certain reasons related to team safety and ensuring better communication between the company and clients, we decided to terminate his position. So they fired him over the lost client. I admire the creativity Mark put into making the layoff announcement sound serious without giving it any details. The team doesn't seem shocked. Partly because everyone expected it, and partly because no one really liked Igor. The guy worked so hard, and in the end, he got fucked. My fault? Should I feel guilty because I know our systems better and know how to cover my tracks? Because I have access to admin tools and can modify data whenever I want? A man has to survive, especially when he occasionally messes up. My conversation with old Kuklinski yesterday was very short, but only an idiot wouldn't do everything to eliminate any trace of it from our systems. Especially if during the call, you call the client an incompetent moron with dementia. The old man had an attitude again, and I really didn't like it. Luckily, from now on, he'll stop bothering us with his never-ending calls. Well, in the end, the day turns out to be super positive. Igor will stop irritating the whole team. We lost a client no one wanted to work with, and nobody caught me breaking the rules multiple times, which would have gotten me fired 5 times over. Feeling satisfied with myself, I decided to end the day with a good deed. I opened the page of my favorite AI tool and type in the window. Write a message to my mom explaining that everything is fun and there's nothing to worry about. I copy the result and send it. I'm a good son. Part 3. 33 days later. No one knows what to expect. For a week, various rumors have been circulating. A new big client, major changes in management, some big company event abroad. It could be good or bad news. Everything is being kept under wraps, and only today will we find out. At noon, I joined a big meeting where about 500 people are already present, practically half the company. 5 different departments are participating, eagerly awaiting the announcement of something big. Hello, everyone! I'm glad it's my turn to lead what is probably the most important meeting this year, says the voice of Tim Olsen, the CEO of this whole shit show. For the first 10 minutes, Tim publicly licks his own balls, congratulating himself on great work, the best results, and conquering space. After finishing the corporate bullshit talk that no sane person takes seriously, it's time for the real deal. As you know, thanks to the latest technologies, the world is moving forward at double speed. Our company can't remain indifferent, which is why our amazing data team, in collaboration with the entire IT department and with the support of artificial intelligence, has developed software called Super Agent, which will take over the responsibilities of everyone here within the next 4 weeks. A bolt of lightning shoots through my body. On my computer screen, I see fear, anger, and outrage appearing on people's faces. Some try to say something, but only the boss of all bosses has the right to speak. In just a moment, everyone will receive an email with instructions and learn what's next. From my side, I thank you for your cooperation and wish you the best in your future careers. Goodbye. And that's it. The meeting ends, and for the next 5 minutes I stare at the conference ended message on the screen. I start thinking about what I could have done to not get fucked over by this fucking corporation. But it's too late.
Okay.
Thoughts?
It was great. I wasn't too sure about Reda at first. I thought he was... In the beginning, I thought he was a bit nasally, but but he does convey something, like the sort of inner voice. That's not the best part of you, kinda.
What do you mean?
What do I mean? Is there's a lot of frustration, and I feel he does convey that frustration with the way he says the words. I don't know how to say it. There's something cynical about the way he talks. I can believe that the guy. So what happens basically is that the client Kuklinski, he left the company because the narrator had a fight with a guy late, and he covered his tracks. Yeah, he knew the system. Okay. And then the other guy, Igor, gets blamed for it.
Yeah.
And he gets fired. Okay.
Because that day he talked actually to that client.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, I can believe that a guy like that, like there's something very cynical in the way the guy tries to survive, and I like it. I'm trying to put my thoughts in order. I should have taken notes, but like I like the fact that the first 2 parts, the 3 parts, right?
Yeah.
So the first 2 parts are just the day, and it's very slow paced, and I like it because it's this sort of aridity of day-to-day work. Like it does convey this emptiness and those constant little fears that you have at work where you're trying to survive, and the deep sadness of it all. It's just really like that. I don't know if I'm making myself clear.
No. Yes, talk.
And the ending when they all get fired, I was like, in the beginning I thought it comes out of nowhere, but at the same time I'm like, it makes what happens before even more insignificant.
Yeah.
Which I like.
Yeah, so that was the point of the whole hustle. It's like it just was pointless. And and you have like a small clue that something is about to happen during this day-to-day work. You have like this data team thing. We don't actually understand it, but it seems it's important. So, and also like he's constantly using OpenAI.
Yeah.
During his work.
When does he? Like, I didn't pick up on that. Like I picked up on it when he wrote to his mother.
Yeah. Okay. So it's at the end. So it's like I wanted to have something very ridiculous that you even texting your mom. For texting your mom, you use ChatGPT. Like and before he mentions that, so I had some image from the client. So basically, ChatGPT is doing my job today.
Okay.
So so I wanted to put like some traces that.
Yeah. That he's basically losing his agency. Like as a worker.
He doesn't do his job in the end there because he already has something, and the company is doing, of course, something about the AI, like to facilitate their work.
I like the expression when you've been caught stealing, don't say it's your hand.
Yeah, it's very very common expression in Poland.
Yeah, because it also works with the theme, because it's not really our hands anymore, because we're letting the machines do everything.
Yeah.
So even stealing is not us. No, I like that. Good job.
Thank you. Thank you. So there are 2. I also have a challenge for you, and I could ask you before, but maybe if I ask you before, you would be too focused on looking. So there are 2 movie references.
2 movie references.
Yeah. Like one is just almost a quote from the movie, from a very famous movie, and the second one, I took a scene almost, like or a vibe from that movie, from that specific scene.
That's too hard, man. Because I was so focused on what was happening that I didn't.
I love the smell of a cold hamburger.
I love the smell of napalm.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's one. And the second one is when he has a talk, like the last talk with his manager, and he freezes for a second because there was something else I want to tell you, and he freezes, so he expects something extremely bad, and then he's like, no, I forgot. Probably it wasn't important.
Yeah. That's it rings a bell. If I forgot, it wasn't important.
Inglourious Bastards. The strudel scene.
That's a strudel scene.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I haven't seen it for a while.
I mean, neither, but I remember the scene.
Okay.
Christopher Waltz. Great.
Okay.
Great performance. Yeah.
Very good anyway.
Thank you. It wasn't that hard for me, to get back to writing and to write something like this. To start write and to come back to write this every day was a challenge for me, because I was of course looking for anything else to do before doing that.
You were procrastinating.
Yeah. But when I was doing it, when I was writing, it was kind of everything came natural to me. There are some like, for example, the whole thing with the mom. It wasn't planned at all in the first scale, not a draft, but I had the scale with all the events I wanted to put. For example, the mom came because my mom texted me at some point. It was like, yeah, it wasn't like it wasn't somehow a pleasant conversation, and it stuck in my head, and like I had to put it in the story. Of course, the 80% of the story comes from my personal experience.
I guess that.
I would say I want to be, mean or whatever, but I would say like 70% of his cynical thoughts also come from my corporate side. Of course, I had to boost it a bit. Because like he's cruel there also. Like he's cruel. He doesn't give a fuck about people's life. So, for example, when the Igor, there's this Igor, and we hear about Igor. Okay, he's like this, he's like that, and everyone despises this guy. And at the end, he says, "Yeah, like a guy has a mortgage and 3 kids."
Yeah, that's cruel.
Yeah.
It's funny that it's like also in my stuff, it's a lot of the worst side of me that comes, a lot of frustration, that like when I write songs, it's difficult to hide like this sort of frustration, this anger.
Okay, especially like in my case, I terminated my job recently, so like you have still some thoughts that you want to put there, like to express yourself in this matter. And actually, I blocked myself a lot while writing.
Yeah, you censored yourself.
I mean, it's not even because I wanted to censor myself. It's because I have, I want to write, like a very easy to comprehend short story for this challenge, right? Because I have limited time, so I don't have time, like maybe to put more corrections there, or it can be too long because like
it didn't feel like 20 minutes.
Okay,
felt more like 12.
Okay, that's good. But I would say that I'd like to write another text like this, but even like to boost it by 500%, like to scream almost to scream some of the frustration that I still have.
Okay.
Because there is more, like the topic is not exhausted.
Okay.
There is so much more things, you can say about corporate, you can say about people working corporate, about their egoism and being cynical. So
it's true that it's not a theme that is often explored because corporate life is very uneventful. So like Hollywood tends not to talk about it, or it's always like he's working corporate now, but later he's going to be in the Matrix, or like it's always like. But it's true that it's most people's lives, and it's tricky. It's tricky.
There are many TikTok videos on this kind of topics, people showing how they fire themselves, or like doing some parodies of morning meetings, that kind of you can find. But it's true that in cinema, I think it's not easy to find something like this, which I think why it's also easy, like this whole story can be easy translated into a short movie. Because it's like I told you, I think 2 weeks ago, that it can be like a very simple short movie.
It doesn't require a lot of effects.
It's just a guy in front of the computer talking to other
but
people.
Would you have like a voiceover?
I think yes. It would be, you see the guy's face and his expressions, but you don't see the other people. Also because all these people, and I see them like as Mr. Nobody. They are nobodies in the end, so you don't have to see their faces, just the voice. And maybe I would just show, like in the final scene, you can see the CEO actually doing the announcement, and you can see some small faces.
Okay.
Their reaction when they receive the message, and then maybe you don't see anymore the main character because he's dead at this point. He's not important.
Okay.
But can you see the theme here?
The theme.
Yeah, because apocalypse, but it's too late.
Apocalypse, but it's too late. Well, oh, you mean how? Like, do I feel like you really made? I mean, yeah. It's kind of a silent apocalypse, but it's more metaphorical than my.
Yeah, because I can't debate with your apocalypse because it's very literal. And mine, I want.
It's. I mean, we do. Yeah, it's true that AI. We do feel like it's replacing us, and like it's. At the end of the day, it's not so much a destruction of of our livinghood, but it's more like a destruction of who we are as people, because we don't do anything. So we're doing less and less and less, and there's less and less work, meaning in our work. So it is a form of apocalypse. So I do.
Yeah, like in the end, it's the a new technology replacing yourself
It's very anti-AI, which surprises me coming from you because you do use AI.
Yes, and I used the AI while I was writing. But okay, so how was my process? I wrote it in Polish because I really wanted to use my style. When I write in different languages, I have to compromise with maybe, like I have something that I know how to express very well in my native language, and I don't know how to do it in English or in another language. So I decided to go fully Polish, to use all my colorful expressions in Polish. And then I acquired a subscription for a tool. It's called the Ninja AI, and I just asked to translate it while and in the prompt I asked to be very, very close to the original style and to do all the expressions. It censored a bit the swears, so I had to
put them back in.
Yeah, no, I had to improve it. I had to correct it, but it really helped me with the process. It really helped me with my insecurities when writing in English. So I'm actually very happy that we have this amazing tool.
Yeah, it was a good. The transition was good. Like I didn't pick up on mistakes and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think it was pretty nice. I can find my style there, and of course, like I had 2 weeks to do it, and if I had to do the translation after I wrote in Polish, that would be a mess.
Yeah.
That would be a mess. In terms of Reda, I think he did a great job, considering he received this task out of nowhere. Yeah. He came here, he did it as he's an extremely good friend. Thank you, Reda. Yeah, hello.
Yeah, he did a good job.
And I have to say he's natural, because I didn't give him a lot of directions. We had he had like 2 hours to do it, and he went fully on. We had a couple of breaks, we did 15 minutes because he had to redo some stuff, and then of course I had to stitch it back together. But I was surprised how good he was, how natural he was.
Yeah.
Because he's not an actor. He's not. He's a magician. Just to say, he's a magician. I think he has a great voice. He has a great stage presence.
Yeah.
And I think he's just pleasant to listen to. So it was my first option when I was thinking of someone that could that could read it for me.
Okay. I thought he was great conveying that sort of cynicism, but also like he had the more emotional moments also landed. So
Of course, we could improve some things. I later on when I was stitching it together, I was like, here we could redo this, that. But of course, like it was too late. But overall, considering like the 2 weeks period of time, and like we did like a whole small audiobook also, I'm very, very happy about the final final result.
It's great.
All right, thank you. Okay, so we can terminate here our first Two Lazy Men challenge.
Success.
Yeah, if someone would like to participate and show to us their work, we will gladly present it even here on the podcast. And so, tell me more about our next challenge.
Which challenge?
Okay, we need a new challenge. We need a new challenge. I
can't remember now because
so in the next challenge we decided before recording that we're gonna go for one of the themes we had at the first podcast.
So the theme was I want to hurt you.
Yeah, so we're gonna explore I want to hurt you theme, and this time it's me that I'm gonna write a song, right? I'm gonna that sounds that doesn't sound promising. But I'm gonna make a song, but I'm gonna use a bit of help. A bit of help, yeah.
From the apocalypse.
And you will write a short story.
Yeah, I have to write it. Okay, yeah. We'll see. I'm not going to use AI. I'm going to do it like the old-fashioned way.
Okay. I think, I was reading yesterday a nice post on Facebook when a guy was a bit defending. He's a writer and he was defending a bit AI. And one of the examples of how you can use correctly the AI while writing is just you put your text inside and you find some logical mistakes in the story.
Logical mistakes, okay.
So
and the AI can do that? I
think, because it analyzes the data.
Okay.
Because for example, in I can find like a loop there that you can say, is it believable, this story? And for me, the first thing, if I have to criticize my work there, is this contact with the client, right? He had a call and he could call back, for example, the company and just complain about the guy.
Yeah.
So for some reason he didn't do it, which could happen, the guy was so pissed that's like, okay, I'm dropping this company and
maybe. I mean, yeah.
But from my experience, I would say that kind of a client would call 5 more times the next day.
Okay. It's like it was a good call to choose something where an environment that you are very familiar with, because that way, like, you can know the sort of drama that can happen, and you more like it's known terrain. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't think about it.
Probably people working in customer service.
They'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Okay, so we have the new challenge. So I'm gonna make a song. You're gonna write a short story. And that's it for today, I suppose.
Yeah, an hour long.
Yeah. So see you in episode number 4 and stay creative.
Stay creative.
Bye.